Hello, my name is Connor Barraby, and today I'll be discussing why "Just Do It" is the most successful slogan in recent history. The purpose of this report. The purpose of this report is to understand how Nike's slogan, "Just Do It," first featured in a television commercial in 1988, was one of the most successful and most powerful slogans brought to the American market, and it continues to be to this day. Nike's slogan "Just Do It" was plastered on every commercial released by the company and on almost everything they sold as an option. The words are everywhere. It's not a hard concept to understand, and that's what just makes it so good. The overview and background of Nike. Phil Knight graduated from Stanford Business School in 1962 and returned to the University of Oregon to find his running coach, Bill Bowerman, who he knew would share similar interest in the production and sale of running shoes in the American market. The American market was flooded with German shoes at the time, and Knight had been doing research on the Japanese shoe market and thought, a lot like the Japanese cameras had taken over the German cameras in America, he could do similar things with the shoes. So that's precisely what he did. In 1962, he signed a contract with Onitsuka Tiger, a Japanese shoe company, and he opened a small store in Los Angeles, making an astonishing $8,000 by 1964. Sales kept doubling year after year. Knight and Bowerman knew they had found something special at this point. At the end of the contract with Blue Ribbon Sports and Tiger Shoes, Bowerman and Knight were very, very tired of their contract. Onitsuka Tiger wasn't providing them with the most utmost quality shoes, the highest quantities. They were kind of giving them their defectives or their leftovers, if you will. The only thing that truly made them a lot of money was the production of the Cortez running shoe, being featured in the 1968 Mexican Olympics, made Blue Ribbon Sports $300,000 in 1969. Bowerman, being the producer of this design, knew that he had the rights to it, and it was theirs to part ways with when their contract was up. Their contract ending in 1972 only meant good things for them, that they could begin to start going their own separate way. When the contract ended, Knight knew he needed a logo. Everything's built off the logo, so he went to Portland State University and asked the first graphic designer he could find to make him a logo. She did this for just $35, and that is when the swoosh was born. Business analysis. Nike has a very clear business model and strategy, investing in advertisement and high-level athletes. Their commercials contain overwhelming amounts of very inspirational messages that promote human greatness and the willpower to reach goals and do things you as the customer never thought were possible. One of the most powerful things about the ads is they are very emotionally driven, very compassionate driven. They never once ask you to buy their product. They just feature very hard-working athletes putting blood, sweat, and tears into hours of hard work to reach a greater goal. They never needed to ask you to buy their shoes. People just bought the shoes when they connected with the commercial. Another thing that Nike does very good is turning controversy into dollars. Their most recent 30th anniversary commercial of the "Just Do It" slogan got them into a more heated discussion. There's a decent amount of corruption in our country, and one example of this is how certain men and women on the police force treat and act toward black women in our country. On September 1st, 2016, Kaepernick, in a preseason game, took a knee during the national anthem saying, quote, "I'll continue to sit. I'm going to continue to stand with my people that are being oppressed," end quote. CNBC 2018. On Labor Day 2018, Nike released their 30th anniversary commercial with Kaepernick as the new face of their brand. The commercial linked directly to a new photo produced by Nike with a close-up shot of Kaepernick's face and the quote, "Believe in something. even if it means sacrificing everything. And the iconic "Just Do It," accompanied by the swoosh, is pictured at the bottom. Mayer, 2019. Just Do It. How the slogan connects. Nike sponsors professional athletes in a variety of different sports, from more than half of the NBA to Serena Williams on the American professional tennis team. These athletes are featured left and right in the Just Do It commercials, and they associate their success with the idea of just doing it every day and working hard toward a greater goal. This idea hits home very hard in the eyes and souls of young kids as they watch these commercials, as they look up to these athletes in a big way and want to be them when they grow up. With their entire life ahead of them, these motivational commercials featuring these beloved athletes establishes the idea in the kids' heads that they too can be that good with enough effort. Closing discussion. Whether or not your slogan is good or bad directly relates to the impact the slogan has on the consumer. McDonald's is another example, with their "I'm loving it" slogan, short and sweet, applies directly to the food and how the customer might feel when they eat the food. I'm loving it. Nike knows their customers. They know that most of them are athletes, people that are rising up and trying to do great things in life and just do it. One example of a bad slogan in today's world would be Audi's "Truth in Engineering," which ended up being very controversial to the public as they were responsible for lying to the EPA about their clean diesel systems with one of these cheat devices. This was far from the truth. Overall, Nike has arguably the most successful slogan in history and the most effective, with over 780 million shoe sales per year alone. This can be heavily attributed to their slogan and how they've expressed it to the world. They also have their company morals built around the slogan. Time and time again, Nike has shown the world the will to drive to do something great. People attribute this slogan to many things they have accomplished in life. And the most special part about it is that Nike gets time and time again different stories from their customers explaining how the "Just Do It" affected them so positively, and how I quit cigarettes, or I quit drinking, or I did whatever it was that was hard to do in life. I just did it. That's the part that's so special. Nike, they don't advertise to a small group of people. They advertise to the masses. They appeal to everybody because everybody will like their products. They have shoes, apparel, anything you can imagine for any type of person. They apply to everybody. Thank you very much for taking time out of your day to listen to my presentation on Nike's slogan, "Just Do It."